Hammock Mountain, good morning. You're going to sleep just as you are waking up. I'll miss your live. Sure is comfortable in the hammock. Aw, Hammock Mountain. Thank you, Daniel. Wherever you are. Nat, hello, my friend. It's so good to see you. Good morning. Yay. Struggling a little bit here. Good morning, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. How are you? Hi, Jed. Happy Saturday, Nat. No, it's not Saturday. Stop. It is. It is Sunday. All right, I need clothes. I just got out of the shower. I had an inkling the time change would happen at exactly 2, but I wasn't positive. So here I sit looking for clothes. Good morning, Joshua. Hello, amazing, energetic Joshua. Thank you for the like. Wow. Joshua really knows how to enter a room. Hello, Susie Downs. Isabella Sutton. Hello, my friend. Isabella Sutton with the super cute puppies. Bailey says, poor sleepy Jack. Jack seems like he's doing better. Oh, he's got slobber on his face. What is this? You gross boy. He's so gross. I think overall he's doing better. Not fully recovered, Bailey. Oh, Matt says, like Jack, sleepy live. Thank you for that. Matt is alive, my friend. Joshua says, Cat, it's 3 a.m. here. I know. It was like 1:45, and then the next minute it was 3 a.m. I was like, uh-oh, you better get going, girl. Uh-oh. Joshua says, Jack, get some rest. Hello, William. How are you? Joshua, you're up. You've just been up all night, haven't you, Joshua? Of course, because you're amazing and energetic. That's what you do. I'm hot. I have to find some clothes. My goodness. Come on, Cat. You can do it. That's what I'm looking for. Jed says, just put a movie on and it changes in Colorado at 2 a.m. and it's 12:08 and now. What? Joshua, you broke your elbow. Did you really? Oh no. Oh gosh, Matt, I did not mean to hide you. What? Stop it, Cat. I'm sorry. I have made a mess of this. Matt, what I hid was Jack probably looks at your camera and says, this is why my human does talk to herself. She does. This is what my human uses to talk to herself, for sure. Wow, Joshua, what did you do? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. That sounds horrible. Broke your elbow. No. Wow. What movie are you watching, Jed, at Poet for You? All right. All right. How? Are you going to save this for a live stream to tell how you broke your elbow? Here we go. Joshua says, I rolled down the hill and I was fine. But then I go into my apartment and fall down on the stairs. Oh no. Oh no, man. That's just not right. Oh shit. I mean, darn it. That's just not right, Josh. That is so something I would do, though. The movie is The Legend of Cat Claws Mountain. You're kidding me. You're putting me on, Josh. Or Jed. Got too many J's this morning. Jed, The Legend of Cat Claws Mountain. Is that really a thing? Is this the legend of Cat's house? The legend of growing up Cat's kids. That's what that movie should be called. They had to climb up the mountain 1 foot at a time. My poor kids. Oh, here we go. Joshua says, I did a short video of me rolling down the hill. Then I was even dancing, but I immediately went upstairs and fell down the stairs. Man, it's just not right. Joshua says to Jen, Poet, I like the title. It's about Gold Rush. I would like it rather to be about Cat's kids growing up trying to climb the mountain. Oh, my window is slightly open. That's not great. Cat. It's the first time you ever broke anything. I don't, I can only imagine how bad an elbow must hurt to break. Just because you use it so much. Probably don't even realize how much you use it until you break it. I've broken ribs, and that sucks just because, breathing. Breathing happens. But still, your elbows, man, that's something, Josh. Jed at Poet for You says, yeah, I'm going to watch it for a little bit because I'm a little bit tired and I'm going to Mavic 7 Brew and Jersey Mike's today. Oh, shoot! Happy birthday! Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm so sorry, Jed. I should have remembered first thing. This time change just got me thrown for a loop. Happy birthday. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, Jed. Well, let's just fix this right now. Okay, that's my 2:15 alarm. Good morning, Anthony Davis. How are you? Jed says, it's okay, Kat, and thank you so much. And Jed Natasha says, happy birthday also. Yes, happy birthday to our good friend Jed, who can watch whatever the heck you want to watch, Jed. It's your birthday. Oh my gosh, Chris. Chris, thank you so much. Joshua says, special shout out and happy birthday, Jed. Yes. Jed says, I'm thinking about eating some of my cheesecake this morning. Yes. That's all yeses. How are you, Corrupted? I'm glad to see you. You called him Jedi. That's cute. Chris, thank you again for the floating hearts. Let me see if I missed anything. Josh says, Kat, it's not as painful as you are thinking, at least not yet, but tomorrow is different. Corrupted, we are a little early because of the time change. It's 3 a.m. here. So it went from like 1:45 alarm to 3 a.m. alarm. It was time to get up. Jed says, I am 30 years old today. Well, happy 30th birthday. Wow. Corrupted, I'm with you. Cheesecake is the best. And Josh says, yes. Corrupted says regular cheesecake and strawberry. Oh no, you corrupted it with the strawberry. Corrupted. Plain. Jed says, thank you so much. Rosie and I did see my comments on your channel. Oh, thank you so much, Rosie. And I did see comments on your channel. Is Rosie here? Did I miss Rosie? Or you saw, oh, there she is. Happy birthday, Jed. Hi, Rosie. Jed says Joshua, yes, cheesecake is my favorite. Dolly. Only, we almost going to forget Phoenix Fireside because we never see that name anymore. Thank you so much, Dolly. It's a floating heart kind of day. Thank you, thank you. Crafted says it's Rosie's day, too. It's Rosie's day every day. Joshua says, Jed, that's something we have in common. It's Rosie's birthday, too? Hi, Stitch. Oh, Dolly, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So pretty. Oh, Rosie says, what's my day? I was getting confused, too. Crafted Jack is, well, look at him. He's laying like he normally lays, right? Normal, typical Jack. His eating's not completely back to normal, but he's doing good. He's doing better than he did yesterday, that's for sure. Stitchy, I'm okay. Time changed this morning, so I got to see you. I'm glad. Rosie says my birthday passed a while ago. Hi, Chew. Crafted said, huh? I'm not sure. Oh, because you thought it was Rosie's birthday too? How are you doing today, Rosie? And that's weird, Rosie. Check the short with the red words. She says, I'm confused. It's not my birthday. Joshua says, glad he is better, but he was sick. He was eating stuff he shouldn't have been. Stitch, we just had a lot of company and he was very hyped up. And then he ate some stupid stuff he shouldn't have and it made him sick. So he's just been a miserable pup for the past couple days. Jed says, cool, Joshua. I love cheesecake. Rosie says, crafted. You're making them think it's my birthday, LOL. And he said, well, Rosie, you said it was your birthday too. I missed that. She says, when did I say that? Stitchy says, oh, okay, I will pray for him. Thank you, my sister. How are you? How are things going? How's school? Is that an ugh? Crafted says Rosie said it 5 minutes ago. She said I didn't. I said happy birthday to Jen. And Josh says, Cat, you are a nice woman. Not always. I'm human. It's, Josh, it's easy to be easy for 2 hours a day, right? We can all handle that. Janet Poet for You says, I'm going to make the clay pot of gold today too, Rosie. Nice. Got very loud, didn't it? Rosie says, Corrupted, are you sleepy by chance? I think you're seeing things. What have you been doing, Corrupted? Did you go out last night? Josh, this is true, but I appreciate it. Aw. Corrupted says, I'm off the yak right now. Okay, the only yak I know is the kayak. So what does that mean? Does that mean you're out having a good time? You were partying? You're seeing things that aren't there? Stitch says, she's mean. She won't let me jump out my window and run to her house. Cruel. Oh, okay. Yes. I'm definitely taking a nap today. It's happening. Jed says, maybe I'll eat my no-bake Rocky Road cheesecake with Krispy Kreme glazed donut coffee. Sounds good. Joshua says, you must be nice because someone else loves you. And he believes you are nice. And he is nice too. Sometimes I think he's too nice for me. It's hard to be with somebody who's so nice. Stitch says, hey, Cat, can I jump out my window and come to you with your parents' permission? You may. Cat's not going down for going to jail at this point in her life. She's made it this far. That would be a story, huh? Little sis runs away to big sis's house. Live on YouTube, big sis gets arrested and taken to jail. That would be a good story. Not really. I sometimes think the same, Joshua, but the truth is there is no too nice. He just shows us what we really are. I saw your cheesecake picture. Rosie says, corrupted, don't ignore me. Go get rest, LOL. You made me think I'm crazy, and I'm typing things without realizing what I typed. Joshua says, for your information, I have a confession. Uh-oh. Stitch says, ah, but they are asleep. Well, you'll have to wait then. You'll have to wait to sneak out your window after you've asked for permission. Corrupted, you know what? I'm so glad Mia is upstairs. She can't be sneaking out in the windows like that. Corrupted says, no bake Rocky Road cheesecake with Krispy Kreme glazed donut coffee. Sounds yummy. Rosie says, can I come? Parental permission, yes. Oh, Stitch says, then little sis runs away with Jack. Oh no, you would break me. You and Jack? No. He said he's on the yak. What does that mean, Rosie? Crafton says it's a simulation. I'm almost there with you. Shorty, hello. You probably don't remember me, but I used to donate like money a lot. well, well, thank you. Well, thank you for having donated money a lot. And welcome back. Rosie says, I don't need permission. I'll run away from home. I know you don't. I'd still rather you have it if you're coming here. Craftus is where y'all running to? They're running to Tennessee. The mountains in northeast Tennessee. We're going to hoop and holler and go play in the lake and kayak and swim. And I hope you guys like swimming. Joshua says, you know, there were people who followed me into his live stream, and you know they are this small group, but they turned on me and they caused so much drama. I know nothing. Rosie says corrupt. I can't even talk straight now. Rosie says corrupted by chance. You come and get me. Credit says donated. Oh, donate some more. Maybe we'll remember you. And Shody says, I finally found your streams again. Well, I'm glad you found us. Yay. And Greta says, I'm down with y'all too. Party at Cat's house. Rosie says, Cat, I'll leave without anyone seeing. I know, but we've just made a record. We've just made a record. This is now evidence, Rosie. Joshua says, after they all turned on me for whatever the reasons are, I started being fake nice to them, and eventually they got mad and left. Oh. Stitchy says, I'm going to head out. I'm tired. Good night, my friend. I love you so much. Sweet dreams. And it's Sunday, no schoolwork. So yay. Yay, yay. Rosie says, Cat don't want me. Corrupted, help me. LOL. You're my only hope. I'll be waiting. Oh no. I do want you. What are you talking about? I just don't want to go to jail for anybody. Joshua says, I like party at Cat's house, guys. We are probably the closest. Josh, you and me. Rosie says, oops. Delete every message, people. Nothing happened here. Nothing happened here. Crafted says, don't worry, Rosie. Once them shots start hitting, we're all going to be chilling. I love you too, Stitchy. Night, night. Joshua says, really, Cat? What was the question? Really? Maybe. Really? Maybe. Yes, us closest. Uh-huh. I do believe so. I could be wrong. I guess it depends on where exactly you are in your state. Rosie says, you won't go to jail. I'm old enough to make my own decisions. Okay. All right, fine. You alone. Well, you can bring corrupted. Goodness, it is very warm. I even got the windows open. Joshua says goodnight to our good friend Stitch. Jack, let's get a... Let's put you on something else so I can move around a little bit. What do you think? How did she sneak past me? I didn't even see her. I didn't even see her. Jed says, last Monday my stepmom workers encouraged me to get cinnamon rolls. A cinnamon roll 4-layer cake. Sorry, my alarm's still going to go off because it thinks it's... I don't know why. It's still going off at 2:30 a.m. even though there is no 2:30 anymore. Weird. Okay. You're in West Virginia near Pittsburgh, and I'm Northeast Tennessee. I think it took me, an hour to get to West Virginia to drive. And I drive all back roads, but I think that's the only road you can get to West Virginia, right? Are there any main interstates into West Virginia? Rosie's corrupted, says corrupted. All I need is to have a chill day. And dang, you made me laugh. I'm glad. What do you think, Jackie Poo? He says, don't make me laugh. I'm not in the mood. Oh, Bubba, can I clean this off your face? You are goofy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You got slobber on your face. It looks silly. Josh, just depends on what part you're coming from. Daniel Kitts, there you are, my friend. How are you, Daniel? It's good to see you. See, Daniel had a birthday, and then we just never saw him again. He got really good presents and said, I have no time for you guys. And Jed at Poet for You says, Rosie, check the post you did today. I posted on it, I swear. What's up, Daniel Kitts? How are you? Rosie says, corrupted. How much longer you need, and by chance, how long am I allowed to stay? So I need to see what I can bring. You can stay as long as you want. I'll give you a job. Take Jack out while I'm at work. Daniel's doing good. I'm glad to hear that, Daniel. How about your cold? Is it all gone now? Joshua or Daniel says he is doing good, just relaxing. Nice. I know, Jack. You want me to turn that right? Because that's Jack up there. No Jack on TV. Hi, Sarah. Sarah says, Happy birthday, Jed. Well, I don't know, Rosie. You say you trust me, Cat, LOL, and then you're laughing. I'm wondering, should I trust you? Joshua's here. He says, Hello, everyone. Daniel says, I still have a bit of a cough, but I'm getting better. Hey, Shorty. Shorty? Are you still here? Hi, baby. Hello. Are you okay? Yeah. I'm talking. I see. To myself. Okay. Everything's going to be fine, though, I promise. Okay. I love you. Jack, who was that, huh? She's gone.
It's Sunday, right?
Huh?
It's Sunday, right?
It is Sunday.
Okay.
Why?
I think it was Monday.
It's not Monday. You're safe. She's like me. What day is it? Aw, Jed. Rosie says, LOL, Cat. You can always trust me. I love animals and I love Jack, but I love Jack to a point where maybe I'll take him. You know what? Jack's getting to the point where I might let him go. Kidding. I'm kidding. I would never. I would definitely share him though. Just as I commented on your post today, Rosie, and I love you so much and I miss you. Rosie says, Y'all are making me go crazy. What did I post? The amazing, energetic Joshua says, I'm happy because everyone here is relaxed. And Daniel says, It's Sunday, right? And Rosie says, I love you too, Jed. And Crafty says, Jack Daniels, yes. Poor Jack, you got rid of Debbie. And now Jack. Oh no. I didn't get rid of her. Oh my goodness. Crafty says, Oh yeah, Rosie, I like that post you posted. All right, I have to cough really good, real quick. Okay. Jed says, Thanks, Rosie. And it was good post. And my comment under Kat's comment, Rosie, and I know I commented on shorts too. Rosie says, Corrupted. Y'all are making me really go crazy. Be right back. She's going to go search for this post. Hi, David. Jack says, Good morning. Hi, Frenchie. It's a better view of Jack than it's been for sure. Good morning, Frenchie. How are you? Daniel says what he's happened to. What has happened to something about that about Jim Carrey? He had a facelift and he had filler, and it was very soon, and his face was blown up. Everybody's freaking over nothing. Is that what we're talking about? Crafton says she won't find the post because it's under the post she posted about the other post next to the post. Frenchie says midnight mash of the thumbs up. Thank you, Frenchie. I'm so glad to see you, and thank you for the thumbs up. Daniel says he looks like a fake. Our dog? Jack looks like a fake. Okay, where are we at? Let's try this. Already set the clock ahead. Frenchie said my alarm went from 1:45 to 3 a.m. this morning. Do not skip go. Do not go anywhere. Don't do anything. Mick. Jack says hello to you. And Jen says the no bake Rocky Road cheesecake is good. And my crust is hard because it had me freeze it for 8 hours. Nice. Joshua, I missed something. I saw two. Amazing energetic. Joshua says, Rosie, I saw your post. I subbed. No. Daniel says no. Jim Carrey, right? I never had a nice bully before corrupted. You're my first. Frenchie says, hi, Josh. Coach says, Rosie, did you find that post yet? You accidentally put two. Okay, I was afraid I missed something. Oh, good. Corrupted is laughing. Joshua says, Frenchie, it's been a long time. And Rosie says, corrupted. No. Y'all are making me go crazy on a Sunday. What other day is there? Frenchie says, Cat, do you watch the show Survivor? I haven't watched it in a couple years. I used to. Is it really good this season? Should I catch up on it? Jackie, you're looking a little sad. Because Mia left you? Is that why? Rosie says, it is not Sunday today. Is it not? It is Sunday, yes. I had to check too. Frenchie says, good to see you, Josh. Rosie says, no, I'm actually going crazy. No, ma'am. I'm sorry, you're not. You're just here with us. Oh no, Crafton says it's not Sunday. Frenchie says, yes, it's the 50th anniversary of Survivor. It's been great. Oh my goodness. I had this app that would let me get all the channels without having to pay for them. But it seems Amazon Fire Stick has caught on to my app and I can no longer use it. So I'd have to find a way to watch Survivor. Craftus says, well, you guys are in the future. Wait, we are in the future, aren't we? Craftus says, oh yeah, Survivor. Frenchie says, I don't get on YouTube that much, Josh. Rosie says, hi, Frenchie, and thanks, Josh. Thanks, Jack. Is it feeling good, Bubba? Are you feeling better? You're funny. Oh, funny boy. Oh, right here. Here we go. Oh, okay. He's a good boy. Happy Women's Day. Oh, hi, Praveen. Okay. Matt Torrance says, Jack, are we supposed to fall forward or spring back? Spring ahead, my friend. Spring ahead, fall back. Hi, Praveen. How are you? And Josh was like, I will fall asleep now, guys. I have not slept yet. Listen, everybody. Our friend Josh broke his elbow, so prayers for healing for our friend Josh. Make sure you check on him. He's probably still a little nerve blocked. So I'm glad you're not feeling anything, but I hope tomorrow's better for you. Or I hope tomorrow is good for you, is what I mean. And Jed says, and your video short 7 days ago, Rosie. Crafted says, I want $20, but all in pennies. I've got the pennies. I've got all the pennies. Hi, Link. Rosie says, I'm broke to a point where I got no pennies. Rosie says, good night, Joshua, and get better, yes. Frenchie says, Jackie, your expressions are priceless. I don't know what he's doing. I'm so busy trying to read. He's trying to avoid us. I'm going to put you in the tripod. Give me a sec. Jack's like, what are you doing? Here we go, buddy. I spent all this time fixing the tripod. I might as well use it. Duct tape and all. Crafty says, sorry to hear, Josh. And damn, that must hurt. It doesn't hurt yet. He says, thank you, guys. And thank you so much, Kat. You're welcome. Praveen says, hello, Auntie. I'm good. Now outside lunch with friends for Sunday get-together. And that's really nice. I'm glad to hear that, Praveen. Rosie says, corrupted. Are you trying to give me some corrupted things? A little. Praveen says, thank you. And see you. Bye. Bye, Praveen. Joshua says, bye, everyone. Bye, Jack. Thank you for stopping by, Joshua. Thank you for the update. I'm glad you're doing okay. We love you, and we are going to keep a watch on you while you're healing there, my friend. Crafted says, I hope you have a fast recovery. Frenchie says Jack is content. He is. It's good to see him feeling better. Rosie says, corrupted, how many pennies do you have? I could use some. And Daniel, our good friend Daniel, says he will be praying for y'all. Thank you, Daniel. Corrupted says, LOL, Rosie, I maybe have $8 in pennies or just 8 pennies. Eight's a good number. Wait, what's today? Is today the 8th? Daniel says, of course. Wait a minute. It's today the 8th for real. Where did my phone go? Are you awake? Why are you awake? Did you ever go to bed? Your mom's going to kill me. I know, and she said she doesn't want you to be awake at this time. Girl, she's going to get me in trouble, I swear. The day is the 8th. Everybody's agreeing. 8 pennies on the 8th day. Holy moly, corrupted. Where have we been all my life? Oh my goodness. Wow. Shoot. Okay. Remote. All right. You need to fix the fire. Daniel, did you get any rain? You got some storms, didn't you? There we go. Yes, fire. Got you. Rosie says, I don't mind jail. What, girl? I just don't know what to do. I'm in so much trouble. Okay. Rosie says, LOL. Sometimes it's nice to be a baddie. Yes. Daniel says it's been raining. We had a little rain come through. Well, it sounded like a bit of a storm, but it's still pretty warm. Anthony pops in, says, Rosie, send us your DIN number so we can keep in touch. Gruft is laughing, but I don't know what that means. That's pretty typical. Do you hear the birds out there already? There we go. Jed said, Rosie, did you see my comments? The ones you posted? Next to the ones that she can't remember she posted? Rosie says, if I'm on jail, the only number I got is the dang jail's number. That's no good. Holy moly, I'm dead. Jackie, you're very red. Jed's on like 3 shorts in the middle, and the one of them 7 days ago too. Daniel says, I'll be back. Daniel's busy. Daniel's got a mission. He's on a mission. Rosie says, Jed, my my mind can't count after corrupted. Made me count to 8. 8 pennies. 8. 8 pennies. I'm thinking of Count Dracula. The Count on Sesame Street. Daniel says, do what? Daniel, don't pay attention to me. 0 Cool Ninja, good morning. Good morning to you. How are you? Hi, Nikki. Oh, it is Women's Day. Is this a thing in India, Women's Day? Because you're the second person who said something to me about Women's Day, and you're both from India. Thank you, Mickey. Let's see what it says. Sis, Cat&Jack. Happy Women's Day, sis. You are a little inspiration to me on how to stay calm and enjoy the life we have. You may wonder why I keep addressing you as sis, but I truly regard you as a sis. Mickey, that is really, really sweet of you. Thank you. I feel caught off guard. I didn't know it was Women's Day. That was very sweet of you. Thank you. Rosie says, I think I scared Anthony. He scared himself away with his DIN number, whatever that is. Department of... Nope, I don't know. You didn't scare anybody, Rosie. And Jed says, yes, National Women's Day is on the 8th. I had no idea. I just, am wrapped up with it's time change day. And I woke up early and started my live stream an hour early. And look at us go. Look at this woman go. Woohoo. Rosie says, LOL. All I said was Jill. I'm not that evil. I never thought you were. And Mickey says, you are welcome, sis. And Mickey, yes, I feel like you are my sister too. And thank you. You said jail and corrupted's like, what? What up? What up, Rosie girl? Oh, you be careful now, Rosie. Watch that corrupted. I mean, it's not like he doesn't tell you who he is right off the bat. Sarah says, lack lullaby. I don't know what that means. Are you saying we need a lullaby? We lack a lullaby. Rosie says, jail is fun. It's like you're on timeout, but worse. Famous last words, fam. I don't know. I do know people who like jail. And I don't know what to say about that. Hey Mia, do you think you need a metronome? Do you know what a metronome is? I think that's what it's called. It's to keep time when you're playing guitar or anything. You can speed it up. I don't know why it has to keep ringing the bell though. That's annoying. Well, I have two if you decide you ever need one. Rosie says, girl, I don't like jail. I can't handle being trapped as if I'm a dang mouse. No offense to those who are there. No offense to those who are there. Corrupted says, listen to Corrupted. Rosie, he says, I'm going on vacation. I'll be back in 6 months. I'm just saying. Corrupted tells you who he is right off the bat. You can never say, I never told you. Huh, Corrupted? You're hilarious. Rosie needs a vacation. You don't need a jail vacation. That is what people do, though. Jail vacation. Corrupted says, that's what I say when I go back to jail. Oh, Rosie says, are you planning on ditching me like Carl? That's Carl always sleeps in. I was just like, that's right. Where's Carl? But he sleeps in on Sunday mornings. Plus, there's a time change. Oh, they don't have the time change in Ireland, do they? Rosie, I think you would hate jail. Pretty sure you would hate jail. You're way too sweet. Hang on, hang on. Okay. Does that mean Corrupted's not sweet? I think he is very sweet. Jed says, Rosie, you're very sweet and a very sweet, special young lady. I agree. Well, we made an hour. Woohoo. Corrupted says, I'm the man with the plan. You heard? I'm sorry. If you want that to sound cool, you should not ask me to read it. Not that you did ask me to read it, but I'm just saying I'm aware. Jed. This is just the sweetest ever. Jed says, you're very welcome anytime, Rosie, and you're like my big-hearted poem and heartbeat in one. Aw, so, so sweet. Jed, I just love you so much. Rosie says, aw, thanks, Jed. Coretta says to Jed, how was your Rocky Road cheesecake cake? And did you make it or buy it? Jed cooks a lot. He kind of shocks me. Oh, Jed says, you're very welcome, Rosie, and maybe I'll dedicate those poems to you. Corrected says Jed the chef. Jed has a lot of, he's kind of well-rounded kind of guy. Gets into a lot of different stuff. Jed says, corrupted and I made it. Oh, really? You did make it. And corrupted. I did make it. I almost sounded like you were saying you and corrupted made it together. I was like, wait a minute. Collab, and I didn't know about it? Jed says it's very good. Y'all are making me want cheesecake. And I'm on the prednisone puff. Has anybody ever heard of that before? I was calling it something else, but it's called the prednisone puff. It's where you're on steroids and you get to the point where you just kind of blow up for a little bit. What was I calling it the other day? My glow up. Oh, yeah, blow up, glow up. That's what I was calling it. And y'all are making me want cheesecake, which will not help my blow up, glow up. Crevice's eyes. Same here. Cheesecake sounds bomb right now. Rosie's joking with Jed and says, how did Corrupted make it? He's going to jail. Yeah, glow up, but more like a blow up. Like I've gained probably a good 10 pounds. Which it'll be easy to go away. I just have to stay away from cheesecake. And y'all aren't helping me. I want to run to the store and grab a cheesecake right now. Jed says I made it around yesterday morning around 11. Crafted says, how did you make it? Let's see. Do you know there is a diet version of cheesecake with cottage cheese? Yep. The sugar is still the problem though. Jed says, with my food processor and cream cheese and chocolate chips. Wow. Rosie says, corrupted. What do they eat in jail? School food, hospital food. Nina says, hey, Cat. Hey, Jack. Hi, Nino. Hello, my friend. I was just talking about everything. I ate everything. I've been on prednisone and I've been eating everything. The house is empty. Poor Mia is going to starve because I ate everything. Okay, I'm sorry, Nino. Did you say cheesecake? Count me in with strawberries. Yum, yummy. I think Corrupted likes it with strawberries too. Corrupted says regular food, lol. Rosie says, I'd rather be in jail than school. Girl, you just don't know. You don't know. Do you like to be told every single thing you're going to do every single minute of the day? Some people do. Some people need that. Rosie says, corrected, let's go get free. You guys, be careful what you say. Be careful what you joke about. Nina says, Cat, you like gummy bears or worms? Eh, eh, depends on what kind of gummy bears they are, I guess. Not my thing. I guess sour worms if I was going to do either. And what I eat, oh, everything, yes, everything. How about you, Nina? What did you have for supper? Curtis is basically, but we would get bologna sandwiches at lunch and peanut butter and jelly at dinner. Life do be crazy. Can someone spot me $5 on Chime? I'm just struggling for real, for real. I hope you find some help, my friend. It's Sunday. You can go to church. A lot of churches cook breakfast for people. Go early. Rosie says, why? And Coretta says, only hot food we get was breakfast. We got over breakfast. Oof. And Rosie says, Jed, have you been there? Coretta says, biscuits and gravy is the best. I agree. Hi, Rapper. What does your profile name say? Dr. Rapper. Kind of looks like Dr. Pepper. I've seen your. Did you get a gift membership or something? I've seen your. Nope. I've seen your profile photo before. Hello, Rapper. Jed says yes, years ago, and not fun out. What, Jed? What? Really? Nina says boring fried chicken from Sphinx. What is Sphinx? Sphinx for making life easier. Is that their slogan? Crafty says, LOL, yeah, go to church if you need money. I'm just saying food, the basic necessities. Jed says, yes, Rosie, but I'm not saying why, sorry. Just enough to let us know he's dangerous. Nino says, yes. Rosie says, I watch so much judge or police videos. Do you? One of my daughters really loves Cops. Like, she loves that show so much. Her parents were both cops, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. She just loves that show so much. Correcta says, I do sometimes too, Rosie, or High Speed Chase. Rosie says, I love it. Alana loves horses. Hello, my friend. Alana says, the glorious Jack is sleeping. Yes. How are you, Alana? It's so good to see you. Another one who's just had a birthday. Happy belated birthday to our good friend Alana Loves Horses. And today is Jed's birthday, Alana. And you know who we didn't see yesterday? Keita B. But she did say she was taking a vacation, a birthday week to celebrate her birthday. So I'm kind of glad she wasn't here, but I didn't get to say happy birthday to her. I'm just so glad Jack is sleeping comfortably today. Wait a minute. Oh, it's not tomorrow. You have a show on the 1st, right? What's tomorrow? Alana says, I'm about to get hecka bruises tomorrow. What are you doing? Tell me. What? Nina says, we even have a Dollar General gas station. I've never heard of the gas station. Interesting, but I knew it was only a matter of time. Interesting, Nina. Curtis says, why are you about to get hecka bruises tomorrow? Yes, we have to know. Jed says, I'm eating a piece of no-bake Rocky Road cheesecake and drinking coffee, Alana. Oh, sounds good. Sounds like heaven. Hi, Talon. Talon says, oh my gosh, it's already up too late with Monkey. Where is our Monkey? I haven't seen Monkey in a while. Were you calling my dog Monkey, or were you actually looking for the monkey? Because Jack hasn't had any friends. Do you want a friend? How are you doing? I brought you Monkey. What do you think? Is that good? Yeah. Oh, he says thanks for mentioning monkey. Talon says, where did Jack put our daylight time? Right? Where did it go? Are you going to sleep or not? Were you going to sleep? Okay, I still tell you I love you. What was that? Oh. Sherry's Village Log. Hello. I know I didn't say your name correctly. I'm sorry, but hello. Rosie says, Jack, I love you. I know I missed something. Talon says, I volunteered at a puppy shelter and hung out with lots of dogs. Did it break your heart? Like, I would love to do that, but I think I would cry every day. I worked for hospice. I mean, I did hospice volunteer work for a while. And even though my heart was there, I could not manage my emotions. It is very hard to see people being left behind. Yeah, just being left behind. Same thing with the puppies, I think. Oh, sorry to get all dark. Rosie. Oh no. Alana says, here we go. I'm going to paintballing with my friends tomorrow and I'm going to get bruises regardless. Well, good. Have a good time. I hope you have a great time. That sounds like fun. Talon says, Jimmy Xmas. I don't know what that is. Rosie says, you're going to be in trouble if she don't sleep. I know. I want to be chill. And I want to be like, who cares? Who cares if you want to stay up all night? If as long as you get your schoolwork done, you're homeschooled. What's the big deal? But, homeschooling is a privilege and she's capable of very good grades, so I'm going to stay out of it. If her mom says you need to get better grades and in order to do that you need to go to bed early, I'm just going to be like, yes, ma'am. Town says, were they making a ruckus again? I'm looking for an emotional support chihuahua. Oh, you know. Oh. Nina says, today, while paying for gas, a beautiful lady was standing behind me. The cashier said, what pump? I said, pump 3. And there were the loudest long fart. It slipped out. I paid for my gas and quickly walked out. Oh my gosh. No, you didn't. Oh, oh, Nino. Rosie says, if it was me, I'll lie and say she's sleeping. Well, I'm not going to lie. I'm just not going to tell on her. And I trust that she will get her grades up. I think it's just a matter of her buckling down. And then, the heat will be off with mom. And she can stay up all night if she wants. Nino says, I heard the lady say disgusting out. Oh, Nino. What a jerk, lady. Jerk, not nice, lady. I'm sorry, Nino. I'm sorry about that whole situation. You know what? Are there any kids in the room? Ever. She can't take a joke. Did you get that? Talon says, Jackers looks like the wind is blowing. Oh, but he's frozen in time. Where does his ears go? Rosie says, oh my gosh, I'm so stuffy. Hang on. Okay. Talon says, yep. Rose, that's where I got caught up. If y'all come over to my place, have fun and stay up. I don't care. LOL. Live life. And Talon says, I ate the ears after paying $23,065. Oh, I'm lost now, Talon. Totally lost. Oh no, Rosie's offering to show corrupted her local jail. Full tour. Per ear. Oh, that's where his ears went. I'm sorry. Yep, I got you now. You're funny. You know that stuff doesn't bother me. Rosie says, I'm really chill. LOL. Talon says they grow back. No, don't worry, they grow back. Yes, you're right. There they are. Although growing back is an itchy process, Jack says. Are you okay? Oh, he says, leave me alone, Mom. Jeez, okay. Okay, tell me, what bird is out here? Daniel Kitts. I know you were doing something, but you should be back by now. Jack, stop. Rude. Rude. Stop. Thank you. Talon says yes. He needs pruning. They grow similar to parrot feathers. The ears grow out in plastic sheets. That's great. You really thought about this. Or you're just good off the top of your head. Who's that cute puppy, Jack? What do you think? You're not sure? Rosie says, Yogi told me to heal from pain. I thought I wouldn't, but you made my day corrupted. If you were in jail, I'd take you out with every 8 pennies I had that you gave me. With those 8 pennies you gave me corrupted. Jed says, Rosie, do good in school. Okay, she will. You know, as far as I know, nobody told Rosie she had to do what she had to do. Rosie is taking the not so easy way out. I am just, oh, Jackie, now you're sleeping funny. Rosie says, LOL, you added words. I do that. Yes, the 8 pennies. Mm-hmm. Rosie says, Jed, I am trying. Jack says, it's 3 o'clock. It's time to get up. Even though it's 4 o'clock, right? What time is it? I don't know. Let's see. I'm so confused. Okay. This is what time it is for me. Oops, there we go. That's it. Corruptus is not the pennies. Uh-huh. Rosie says, LOL, 8 pennies would be there for the rest of his life. I'm going to go over Yogi's time. So if you want to go and come back, Rosie, that's fine. But I'm going to hang out just because the time changed this morning. It's still early. I'm just letting you know my plans, Rosie. Jack's moving, so maybe I can move to a more comfortable spot. What do you think, Bubba? Our girl's not dressed up very much for her. Oh, it's because I got my coffee over there. Here, I'll fix it real quick. Rosie, Yogi will be going live. He'll be going live same time. in about 40 minutes with the time change. It will be in about 40 minutes, give or take. I'll let you know. If you're still here, I'll let you know when he thinks that he's live. Rosie says, corrupted. I got your back, LOL. I just need time to find pennies. Corrupted says, I like boots. What bird is that? What bird is singing in the middle of the night? Like Bob White's used to sing when I used to run away from home. When I used to sneak out the window and run away from home, and it was the middle of the night, there would be birds in the woods making noises. Hi, Bridget. Who have I not seen this morning? Paul. I have not seen my friend Paul this morning. Paul, if you're out there, hello. I'm thinking about you with the go-go boots. Bridget says, so Cat, time ends early, technically. Not for me. I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay just in case somebody is not experiencing a time change. Only person who knows, is that your grades? What are we talking about? I'm confused. Bridget, how are you? How's work been? Okay, I'm in Northeast Tennessee, and it is after midnight. What birds do I hear singing? Okay. Bridget says, I don't know if I'll make it live. I have 3 videos to watch from 3 of my fave channels. Okie doke. Bridget says, I'm okay. Yesterday was rough because my brain hates me. Aw, I'm sorry. You know, we all have those kinds of days. Corrected says, Miss Shroom has got them dancer legs. Yes, and her go-go boots. And where is Paul? I just want to know Paul's okay. You're not telling anyone your grades? And here I was. I just told Mia's grades. Did I tell her grades or just said they're not what her mom wants? I'd also like to know, what are these ants that are coming out of nowhere? I didn't say her grades. Good. Poor girl. I think she just got up because she wanted to hear what I was saying. Then she decided it was quite boring and closed her door. Bridget says, not in terms of work itself, just feel like an outcast with my coworkers sometimes. I don't know how to explain it. I think everybody feels that way at some point. Corrupted says, what happened? Rosie says, at least she's trying. I agree. But sometimes I think she's very smart and it comes very easy. And sometimes she takes a lazy way out. I don't know for a fact. But you know, all Gigi's want to say that their grands are super smart. Of course they do. But let me tell you, another artist. Mia is definitely an artist. It's actually what she was doing. She was getting ready to draw something. She draws, not with a southern drawl. I'm kidding. She draws and paints. I stole some of her paintings and hung it up on my wall. And when she came home, she said, "Can you let me finish this before you hang it up?" And took it. She does not draw anime, no. She's very much into My Chemical Romance. So it's that sort of thing she likes to draw and paint. But I was saying yesterday she's learning to play a song on the guitar. And I asked her what song, so I'm going to try to learn it too. Anyways, Rosie says, corrected. Your laughing back there makes me laugh. I'm glad you're a happy girl today. Okay, that was our half-hour warning that Yogi goes on in 30 minutes. So, Jed, no work. Just you're going to visit your stores to get your birthday prizes, right? And, oh, by the way, Jed, are you listening? Tell your mother, if she's your natural birth mother, happy birthing day. Because really, what did you do? You just slipped right on out and showed up. Your mom did all the work. Happy birthing day to your mom, wherever she is. I said, make me laugh, question mark. I'm confused. Ouch. I'm confused, Rosie. What happened? Slip on right out, right? Hi, Jay. Good morning. He is a sleepy dog. Holy damn it. I've never heard holy damn it. How are you, Jay? Good morning. Or good evening. Rosie says my stomach hurts from laughing. Good. Jay says, good morning, everyone, and good morning, Cat. Jay says, I'm okay. How's y'all? We are all right. Jack is, why slipped right on out? Because what do you remember? What do you remember about being birthed, Rosie? Anything? Nat. My friend Nat is back. Hi, Nat. Have you had your shower? The time changed. It did. It changed for me at 2 o'clock. Well, I guess that's what time it changed for y'all too, but I mean, it's been an hour and a half ago now. And Bridget says, time will change in less than half an hour for me. No way, Rosie. She's laughing. She says, I remember. Ouch. I can't imagine it. Besides saying, ouch, I'm dead. So that's why I'm saying happy birthday day to the mothers. Oh, Jay. Jack has been sick. That's why he's being so good. That's why he's not running from us, because he hasn't been feeling well. He's recovering, though, very nicely. Holy damn it, dang. That's my word now. You're bringing the dang into it. Got to use it properly. Hot dang. Dang it. I'll be danged. Those are the correct ways to use the word dang. Sarah says, what happened to Jack? Well, he had a lot of company, first off, which wore him out. But he ate some potting soil, which had a lot of mulch in it, and I had to go searching through his poop to figure this out. So, yeah, he ate something he shouldn't have, and will he learn? Probably not. Will I learn? Yes. Rosie says, slipped right on out. I don't think it's that easy. It is for the baby. G-Man, hello. He loves to lay down a lot. A lot. Oh, he's sick. You know, he does, but this is his morning time to sleep anyways. It's only been super traumatic for me because this is the way he's been for a good 48 hours now. Crafted says hot dog, hot diggity dog. What's not quite fair? I missed something. Bridget, that's not quite fair to the people whose birthday it is. Maybe I'm being too sensitive and taking it too personally. Yes, ma'am, it's much lighter than that. It's all a joke. It's a mom joke, Bridget. Sarah says, is he on medication? No, ma'am. Rosie, right. Easy for the baby, not the mother. And I am just totally joking about it, Bridget. I love you, Bridget. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. I love you. Yes, G-Man. He's trying to pass through that stuff that wasn't good for him. But he's eating. He's not eating like normal, but he is eating and drinking. So everything is good. He's working it through. I know, Sarah. It's been tough, man. Like I said, when I said it was traumatic, it has been kind of traumatic. But I think we're on the other end. And now that Mia's back, Jack will be so much happier. Aw, Sarah says, I love you, everyone. Sarah, we love you too. Rosie says, that was awesome. And aw, love you too. Aw, I love to you. G-Man says, are you taking him to the vet? I would take him to the vet, yes, if I felt like I needed to. But having worked in a vet's office, I know what will happen. And yeah, I can do a lot of this stuff except for x-ray him. I can do a lot of the same stuff at home with him. If he wasn't going to the bathroom, if he wasn't passing this stuff, I'd be a little concerned, more concerned. Like I said, it's been 2 days. I feel a lot better about things today. Harbisca. Feel better, doggy. Thank you. And good morning to you. Another Rosie. Rosie, you're in so many of our songs. G-Man says, ah, poor fella. Bridget says, I'm guessing he's eating and drinking water fine. Yes, like he is eating. It's not like he normally eats, but Jack is just sensitive. I'm learning. He's a very sensitive pup. Yay. Jed says, I'll post the clay pot of gold when I have it finished, Rosie. When do you think you're going to have it finished? That's exciting, Jed. Again, it is Poet for You's birthday today. So happy birthday, Jed. Again. And I cannot wait to see your clay pot of gold, Jed, because I've been hearing about it for a long time. Right. Bridget at Essential Irish Queen says, pot of gold for St. Patrick's Day. Yes, big smiles. Big smiles from St. Bridget. Corrupted. I am listening to music we made on Suno. And it's just so many of the songs when we first started, Rosie was here, so she's in almost all of them. Chad says it will be probably 2 days before the finish. I read that, yes. I'm excited. Oh yeah, huh? Old St. Patrick's Day coming up. Bridget says it's on a Tuesday this year. Hopefully I still get that day off. Why wouldn't you? You already have Tuesdays off. That would be weird if you didn't. Are you gonna go play bingo on your birthday? Oh my gosh. You gotta have good luck on your birthday, Bridget. All right, what are we doing? Allergy medicine. Oops. Oh, your birthday. I'm mixing up your birthday with your day. Don't pay any attention to me. Corrupted says Friday the 13th is coming up. Yay. Oh, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. So, okay. So right before St. Patrick's Day is Friday the 13th. Nice. And Corrupted says y'all better watch out for me on Friday the 13th. Jed says the Krispy Kreme glazed donut tastes good, hot or cold. Oh, it's coffee. The Krispy Kreme glazed donut coffee. Tastes good, hot or cold. Nice. Crafted says, what happened to those clown people that was saying everyone ha ha? I don't know. Bridget, you know, because we call you St. Bridget now, thanks to Carl. Some reason I think St. Patrick's Day is your birthday. So yes, you have to have some luck. Corruptus is scaring everyone for Friday the 13th. And Rosie says corrupted and laughs and says, can I join? You know, my daughter was so upset because Mia was supposed to be born on Friday the 13th. I think Mia is happy about that. I would be happy about that. Who are the clown people? I don't know them. Nat Garcia says, sorry, I'm back. I'm so glad you're back, Nat. Crafted says, for St. Patrick's Day, y'all slap or pinch. I've always heard pinch them for not wearing green, not slapping them. That's why you ended up in jail, isn't it, Corrupted? You got confused. You're like, I thought I was supposed to slap people if they weren't wearing green. That's okay, Corrupted. That's, I guess that could be a common misconception. Bridges is corrupted. Careful, you might end up in the hospital for that. He was charged for assault and battery. He was. But it's not what you think. Corrupted says, I think this year I'm going to switch it up. Bridges is here in Colorado. Could also be stuff. I need to know about these clowns. Nat, my morning is going well. Better than I thought. How about you? Do you have any plans for when you wake up today on this lovely Sunday, Nat? Curtis says, oh yeah, I will tell you. So, a long time ago, Rosie says, Cat, the clowns are in your closet. Be careful. There's no room in my closets. That's where I stuff everything. Nat says, no, I don't think so. Most likely just chilling. How about you? Well, I'd like to do a lot of things, but it all depends on how I feel and how Jack feels. Like, I'd like to take Jack out, but I'm supposed to be keeping him kind of quiet and relaxed. Oh my goodness. But if I don't go anywhere, I mean, I do have to go. I have to go to the grocery store. That's my big excitement. I had to go to the grocery store. Rosie says, that means they're near Debbie wherever she went. Did you hear Magic Dragon? Magic Dragon popped in long enough to say that Debbie is in jail. Precious says, so many sneezes. Bless you. Thank you. I was taking my allergy medicine too when it happened. Nat says, how is Jack? Jack is recovering from eating some bad food, but he's doing well, Nat. G-Man says, he took over your... He's not really. He's actually curled up pretty small. He certainly can take over the bed. Crafton says, it was just people dressing up as clowns and scaring people. A lot of people were doing it and posting videos on YouTube. Oh, and bless you. Thank you, Crafton. Rosie says, bless you. I think that was 6 or 7 times, so bless you that many times. Thank you. She says, unless I lost count. It surprised me too. It was definitely 1 or 2 more than normal. Crafton agrees. He says it was 6 or 7. And Rosie says 6, 7, and less. And I don't know what that means. I've even read it to try to figure out what it means, and I still don't know what it means. She says, no, 6, 7 is a meme. Does it have a meaning? I have looked it up, and then I forgot because it was so unimpressing to me. Ask Mia. I will when she's awake. She's in there pretending to be sleeping. It can't be bad because even YouTube has a jewel that is 6, 7. I think you're right, Corrupted. I think you're kind of right about that. Doesn't have a meaning. Rosie says, poor girl doesn't want to sleep. Everybody's trying to make her go to bed. Okay, so what birds were singing at night? Mockingbird, the robin, a wren. These are all at night. These are all the birds that are out during the day. Whatever. These birds are screwy. Rosie says, let her come over to my house. I'll let her stay up and we'll have a party. Encrypted says, it was in a song and people started saying, but I think he was trying to come up with a meaning for it. Bridget says, why doesn't she want to sleep? She just likes to stay up at night. You know, she's young. But her mom wants her to. Her mom says, okay, fine. You're homeschooled. You want to stay up all night? That's fine, but you've got to get all A's. Which I think is fair. Corrected said mockingbird. Yep, that's what one of the birds. Chet says, I'll draw the Irish setter and leprechaun too soon, Cat and Rosie. Awesome. And I think one of the issues with the grades is it's an elective class. Oops. Aw, Nat. Nat says, hey, also thank you for that comment on my video. I love it. You made my day and you always do. Aw, Nat, thank you. I always like seeing you. Corrupted says, you stay up all night and play Warzone. She does say she's playing a game, but who knows? And Poet says, Jed, happy birthday, Jed. Poet for you. Says, yes, I'll post them when they are done, Rosie. I can't wait. Rosie, 10 minutes if he's on time. I'm glad you had a good time, Rosie. I'm glad Corrupted was here today. I'm glad Jed was here today. Two of our favorite people. Rosie says, Yogi is always late on us, lol. Well, I just have to defend him and say Yogi's allowed to live his life. All right. Bridget says, inching closer to getting my ancestry DNA results. Gosh, it's taking forever. Wow. Well, that's exciting though, Bridget. What if you find out you have no European descent? Maybe what if you find out you're not Irish at all? What would you do then? Rosie says, "Aw, of course you're gonna back him up. Y'all in love." And Yogi is awesome. He is awesome. Thank you, Corrupted. Corrupted says, yeah, it's always a chill stream in here. Nat says, what bad food did Jack eat? Potting soil. He ate old potting soil with mulch in it. It was that cheap potting soil. Rosie says, corrected. This was a non-chill live. It was funny. Yes, you guys were very funny. Bridget said, I'll be so sad. Yeah, that would be just a total like, what? What? Those are always the risks you take. Nat, he is okay. He's recovering, but he's doing well. Sean, he does. No, he does not always sleep on my bed, but generally, yes. It's his bed. Bridget says, mainly want to know who my biological family is, and if I'm related. I remember the coworker. Okay, there we go. We're back. Good morning, Sean. Jed says, you're very welcome, Rosie. Anytime. You're very amazing. Agreed. Nat says, that's good. I hope he gets better. I think he is. He is getting better. Thank you, Nat. Rosie says, I think Jack isn't the owner, but he lives free. He sure does. Actually, he doesn't. Jack having to be on camera, he does earn his keep. He pays for his food. Well, for the first few months we were doing this, he was paying for his food. So, I wouldn't say anything's free. Curtis says, Rosie, this is the funniest emoji on YouTube. Haha, I didn't see it. Cat, you added words again. I did. Anna says, good morning, Anna. She says, good morning, Cat. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Anna. Hi, Mr. Possessive. He says, hey, everyone. Checking in on a morning off. How is everyone? Good. Where are you at now? You moved again, didn't you? I think I caught something at the end of yesterday's live stream. Nat says, of course. Nat, you're so sweet. Sean says, is Jack going to be a YouTube star? No, but I think his little sister will be. Anna, I'm doing well. How are you? Bridget says, possessive made it. Yay. It's a good thing he did, because if you're not going to go live anymore, how are you ever going to see him? You're in Amsterdam. Wow. I would love, if you get out and tour, man, we would love to see where you're at. How exciting. Rosie says, I think my healing process has started. Oh my God, this was the best day of my life. Well, if this was the best day of your life, then it's only going to get better. That's a low bar, honey. Mr. Possessive says, hey, Bridget, Saint Bridget. And Mr. Possessive says, I'll definitely take some pics. Good. I'm glad you're doing well, Anna. Sweet Anna. I was teasing you, Bridget. She said, I never said I wasn't going live ever again, just not tonight. Bridget, I love you. I'm sorry. She says, possessive, I gotta know. Which guy are you in the pics with Kesha? He's the one taking the pics. Lesson 67 this morning with Yogi. I know, he did say he was a dancer. I'm consistently joking, Bridget. You cannot take everything I say seriously. All right, so lesson 67. Love created me like itself. And believe it or not, the time-changing morning actually makes a really fun metaphor for the lesson. The core idea of lesson 67 is your true identity comes from love. Therefore, your nature is still love, still whole, and still safe. And that nothing in the world, not time, not fear, not mistakes or chaos, changes who you are. So your real self is not affected by time at all. There we go. So I'm missing which one he is, and I do want to know. Mr. Possessive says, with Kesha, I'm the guy with the dark buzzed hair. I guess the guy who drew my profile pic didn't do a good job. Well, the guy on the profile pic is really cute. Bridget says, can't help it. I know. I should be more sensitive to you. I'm sorry, Bridget. Joseph, where are you? Hello, Joseph. Unk Chicks has been here a few times, and that dog is always sleeping so damn cute. Hope everyone has a great... But hey, Unk Chick, thanks for stopping and saying something this time. And thank you. We appreciate you. Bridget says, I gotta go look. It's nice to put a face to a name. Said the one on her left side, Bridget. So wait a minute. You've always got on one of her sides, she's always got the lighter haired guy with glasses. And then the darker haired guy on the other side. In the pic of us shaking in Europe, I'm the guy on the far right with the goofy smile. Aw. Well, all the men that I saw in there were good looking. And I was peeking too. I was like, I wonder which one is Mr. Possessive. Nat says, has Jack been sleeping a lot since he ate bad food? He has been sleeping a lot, Nat, but he is still eating, still drinking water, still peeing, still pooping. He just has a bad tummy ache. So all the signs are good. Everything he's doing is normal for his body. And you know, he's always sleeping in the morning anyways. This is what Jack does best. Mr. Possessive says, thank you. I'm always smiling and I don't even realize it. I like that. That's lovely. Nat says, that's good. It is, right? Oh, what would I do without my dog? That's why it's been a rough, traumatizing couple days because, you know, when your pets or your people get sick, it gets scary. Mr. Possessive says, yes, I was going to ask how he's doing. He's doing good. And our friend Jed at Poet for You says, thank you so much, Anna. And today is my birthday. I turned 30. Happy birthday to our friend Jed at Poet for You. We love you so much, Jed. Rosie says, Jed, I don't see anything on my post. Crafted says, I think Jack is good. Jack is strong. I agree, Crafted. Bridget's going, okay, so pick with guy holding Kesha. Are you behind the brunette girl with curly hair? The brunette girl with curly hair with the abs and the tattoo on her stomach? She's hot. Mr. Possessive says, yes, Bridget. Bridget says, cool. Rosie says, I think I'm officially going crazy. Nope, you're not. You're just feeling a little lighter, and that's great. And it says, I think she said happy birthday. I missed it, but Bridget is very handsome. Well, they all are. I'm sorry not to take anything away from you, Mr. Possessive, but I didn't see anybody who was not good looking on any of those pictures. Amanda says, hello, chat. Hello, Jack and Cat. Glad he's resting peaceful. Oh, I love Jack so much. We love you, Amanda. How are you doing? Mr. Possessive says, thank you. You guys are sweet. Why are you hanging out with us is my question. Amanda says, hello to everyone in the chat. Bridget says, hey, tell the other brunette dude that he kind of looks like Chris Pine. And Mr. Possessive says, Kesha has good taste. LOL. No, I have not had a warning alarm about Yogi yet. It's only 5:03. Mr. Possessive says, I'm just waking up, LOL, and checking in with people. I'm glad you do. I'm glad we got to meet you. It's been super, actually. It's been a lot of fun. He is not showing live yet, Rosie. Bridget says she definitely does. I kind of hope to see you dancing with our girl Tate one day. You know, I don't get it. Rosie says to Corrupted, are you joining Yogi? I don't think I've ever seen Corrupted over at Yogi's. Corrupted says, nah, I don't know Yogi. And Nat says, I'm glad you're staying on live longer because I'm not sleepy yet. And you help keep me company, you and Jack do. Aw, we'll put you to sleep. Jack, are you dreaming again? Yes, I saw the whites of his eyes out of the corner of my eye. Bridget says, Cat, I'll play Tate McRae for you one of these days. Okay, I looked her up. I don't think I listened to her, though, but I looked her up. Jed says, yes, I'll listen to Yogi live this morning because I'm not tired now after the coffee. Your Krispy Kreme glazed donut coffee and a piece of no-bake Rocky Road cheesecake. Bridget says, what do you mean she's hot? I guess I could see that in an understated way, yes. I think she's more sexy than out and out hot. Amanda says, it's 2 a.m. in Arizona, guys. I fell asleep for about 20 minutes and woke up to Jack and his mom talking. Aw, yay. I'm sorry for being too loud. I didn't want to keep you up. Nat says, I love the mushroom in the bag. Thank you, Nat. She's a dancer, too. Bridget says, oh, damn. Time just changed for me. Bridget says, Cat, I'm low-key offended by that. Oh, my goodness. Really? I said she's sexy. Listen, if I was looking for a girl, I'd want not blatantly beautiful. I'd want the low-key sexy kind of thing. Rosie says, Corrupted, how do you know? How do you not know him? He's awesome. Just make sure you don't mess with. I don't remember what that said. Corrupted says, dang, I want to try the no-bake Rocky Road cheesecake. That sounds good. Sorry, Rosie, it skipped off the screen. I couldn't see what it said. Nat says, how do you feel about the time changing? Well, it's done. It's done. I made it. Woohoo, look at me go. I feel really good about the time changing. Bridget says, I think Tate is drop dead gorgeous. Aw. And Rosie says, I will see you there then, Jed. Yes. And Rosie says, can you let me know when he is live? Yeah, I should be getting an alarm when he goes live. It's still 5:07. Let me go check just to make sure. Still upcoming, one waiting. Can I put a link up? Yes, I can. Copy link. I'm going to lose my music for a sec. But I guess for you, I will do this. Yogis. There you go. You're welcome. Mr. Possessive says, oh, also happy birthday to Jed, poet for you. Thank you for that. Bridget says, I need to make a video of a realization I had regarding the season 1 finale of Wednesday. Oh, interesting. Nice. Rosie says, corrupted. If you ever want to go over, that is his link. You could also look him up. He comes up as at just a yogi doing burpees in his basement, or at just a yogi of forgiveness, yoga of forgiveness. I don't know. He changed his name a bit. Bridget says, happy birthday, Jed. You're welcome, corrupted. And Jed says, thank you, St. Bridget. Mr. Possessive says, LOL, Bridget. I guess Gaga cut the dead dance from her set list. Was that, I saw something. I saw some kind of rumor about Gaga. Was that what that was about? Rosie says, holy moly. Good morning, Carl Shell. How are you? Yogi is live. Ouch, my ears. His ad came up. Okay, Yogi is live. I don't know why my alarm didn't go off. That is okay. Let's see. Yep, he is live. There we go. All right. Back to me. Me, 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 me. Not him, me. Carl's not good. Oh no, Carl, how come? Nat says, does that mean time will go faster or slower? I don't know. What's the matter, Carl? No one cares. Aw, that's not true. Do you need me to tell you I care about you, Carl? I love you. I care about you. And I talked about you this morning. I even stayed late because I know Carl stays asleep a little bit longer on Sunday mornings. Rosie says, love you all. Love you too, Rosie. Jed says, yes, Rosie, he's alive. My alarm didn't go off. I don't know why. It told me half an hour before. Aw, Rosie says to Carl, we do. Even though you ditched me, I still love you. I'm sorry you're feeling that way, Carl, but it's not true. I know sometimes it feels that way. Oh, Carl Shell. You did not say who's Rosie. Carl could use a little glitter. He sure could. That's funny. Rosie says, LOL, Carl, I'm your best friend. You forgot me. I cannot figure it. Carl's joking when he does that stuff. Rosie says, see you at Yogi's. I will not be there, but I will be here when you get done. Mr. Possessor says, glitter never goes away. Sometimes after a show, I'll find it you know where, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Glitter's like that. What's up with that? I love glitter too. Make it shiny. Rosie, why are you staying live? Because there was a time change. And not everybody is experiencing the time change. So they might come here looking for me. That is why I'm staying live. Carl says, you can't be my best friend. You don't come to my live stream. I knew that's what Carl was about. Yes. Rosie says, okay, I'll go hang out there and come back. Party time. Okay. Sounds good. There we go. Jackie's stretching out a bit. And Rosie says to Carl, Carl, I am busy. I barely do anything for me. I know. Carl, when they talk about people and their love language, showing up for Carl, is his love language. Nat says, do you like coffee? What, Nat? I've got a huge camouflage cup of coffee. Yes, ma'am. Love coffee. Mr. Possessive says we all have busy lives, but it's all love. Nat, you are too young to be drinking coffee, aren't you? Oh, Carl. Be sweet to my Rosie, Carl. Did Jack make it with you? No, Jack did not make it with me. Jack has not moved out of the bed this morning, not even to go potty, which I'm okay with because it's really wet out there right now. Mr. Possessive says Nat's young. Thank God I'm behaving. Yes, she is. Possessive's laughing, or Bridget's laughing at Possessive. Yes, our friend Nat is an aspiring dancer. Do you do dancing outside of just your videos, Nat? I feel like you're in some kind of dance classes or something, but I don't know if that's right. Mr. Possessive says, oh my God, Nat, that's so fun. Keep at it. Aria, Jack's still sleeping. Smart boy, yes. He says, time changed. You don't have time changes there in New Zealand, do you? You guys are civilized. You don't do crazy things like us. Hi, Aria. How are you? Yeah, Nat is a dancing fool. I do my dance videos outside, and sometimes if it's snowing or raining, I do them inside. Or I save some drafts from the ones I did outside and post them the next day. Bridget says, I wish they'd get rid of the time change. Me too. I agree. Just want to keep us on our toes, keep us ready to change at any time. This is the worst one though. I really enjoy fall. I enjoy getting that extra hour of sleep. Okay, Aria the rescue dog's mom says we do have time changes, but not for a few more weeks. Okay. Mr. Possessive says, nah, I just checked out a few of your videos. Nat, you look so happy. I love it. Definitely keep with it. Nat, do you know our friend Mr. Possessive is a dancer with the artist Kesha? He travels around on tour with her and dances for her. Dances for her. He dances with her. Hi, Rich Martinez, the cave. How are you? Hi, Rich. Rich, I've been listening to you in the mornings, but I've not been in chat 24/7. So I just wanted you to know I've been listening. I've been there. Karen says, hi, Karen. Good Sunday morning, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. How's the weather forecast over there right now? And take care, everyone. From your friends, Karen and Emily. Thank you. It's rainy. I'm hoping it'll clear up today. It was beautiful the past couple days. Nat says, oh, really? Yes. Cool, huh? Rich Martinez, The Cave, says, good morning, chat. Hi, Lady Sky. You're in the wrong room. Mr. Possessive says, yeah, that's the gig. Lady Sky says, 9 days till St. Patrick's Day. And Aria the Rescue Dog says, good night from Karen and Araya. Good night, New Zealand. We will see you guys probably this afternoon, maybe. I hope so. Love you guys. You guys check out Aria the Rescue Dog over in New Zealand. Really cute pup. Oh my goodness, so cute. And she says, good night from Karen and Aria. Rich says, Jackie boy, wake up. Oh, don't make him wake up. Don't make him wake up. Anyways, you guys looking for some good music? Rich Martinez. Catch Rich Martinez at the Cave. I always like listening to it, and it gets me motivated to do stuff, which is why I don't hang out and chat. I just have my headphones on and I'm bopping my head around. Stuck in says paid actor. He is a paid actor. How'd you know? Bridget says it's going to be mostly high 60s and low 70s here. I doubt we'll get much more snow. Jed said you got some snow the other day, or you were supposed to get some. Thank you. Rich Martinez says, Jed, happy birthday, poet for you. Happy birthday, Jed. Karen, I'm doing really well. Thank you. How are you doing? Lady Sky, I'm doing really well. How are you? No, I am doing a lot better. Mr. Possessive says, yeah, Jack and I share the same agent. He's got a steady gig with this one. LOL. And Bridget says, we did, and it's going to be gone by Monday. Nice. JJJJJ, hey, my friend. Says, wow, that's a big cat. A big red cat. Okay, so I've never seen a red cat, and I've never seen a brown cat. Like cat. Lady Sky says, I'm doing all right. I'm glad. Yay. How's your weather, Lady Sky? Bridget says half of it was gone yesterday. And Mr. Possessive says it's too late for snow. In Amsterdam. Karen says, I'm feeling all right. I'm glad to hear that. Oh no, Carl. Carl says, you're in trouble now, Cat. What'd I do now? Man, should I start hanging my head? Right, like a house cat. Those are rare colors for a house cat, true, right? Mr. Possessive says, March is spring, damn it, LOL. And Rich Martinez says, salute, Carl. Hello, my friend. Bridget says, yes, but tell that to Colorado Possessive. That's because they haven't had any winter weather. What? They've been spoiled all winter. They need a late winter, I think. Lady Sky says her mom is doing well. The pain is going away slowly, though. It has been forever. What did she have? She it was dental work, right? Did she have teeth pulled or more than that? Bridget says we can get snow as late as May here. Well, you've got to have some kind of repercussions for living in such a beautiful state. I mean, my gosh, our friend Nature Dog Realms is in Colorado also. And she takes us walking around at the parks and stuff. It's just amazing state. Mr. Possessive says, I do love Aspen. Oh, lots of snow, so I guess I won't complain. Bridget says, maybe it will be a rainy summer. One tooth pulled. Wow. It was dental surgery. Well, any tooth that they have to cut is called dental surgery. But wow, that's rough. She's very sensitive, it seems. Wassa says orangutan. No, we were calling it Oranga Canine, Oranga Canine TV. All right. Carl says you all support each other. We do, and we support you too, Carl. Are you going to go live today, Carl? Tell me. If you say, yes, I'm going live today, Kat, I will be there. Rain or shine, kids or no kids, family, dog, doesn't matter. I will be there, Carl. You tell me. I'm going live today, Kat. Oh, and unless I'm dead, I will be there. Lady Sky says the doctor told her to keep it clean, so that's what she's doing still. I see. Has it been 2 weeks? It feels like it's been 2 weeks. Nice. Bridget says, where I live, I see the mountains on my way to work. That's beautiful. Carl says, you don't. I don't what? I don't what, Carl? Mr. Possesses says, Bridget, that's so beautiful. It is. And how's the cell reception? Bridget, I am surprised Carl has been in your live. Wow. Carl has only been in my live once. I'm actually shocked. Wow. Wassa says, hello, Lady Sky. Lady Sky says, it's been a week and 3 days now. Wow, she's just very sensitive. I was going to say, because, yeah, I'm sorry she's going through all that. Bridget says, my phone works great, and I have him in my notebook. Oh, Carl, you have Carl in your notebook. I forgot. And Mr. Possesses says, Bridget, that's a blessing. That's true. Lady Sky says, yeah, it's okay. You know, somebody should make an app. I bet you there is an app, Bridget, that can do all that analysis of who's been in your chat room, how many times, percentage of participation. You could probably get it all broke down really easy. Wassa, I'm sorry. Did I not say hello? Yes, I did. We were talking about Oranga Canine. Good morning, my friend. He says, but it isn't just Jack. You have that exact same cool orangutan / relic hominin Sasquatch red hair. Wow. Grumpy Sapper, hello, my friend. It's good to see you. Wow. Right? Mr. Possessa says she could make a spreadsheet. I love that. I love Bridget so much. Karen Savoy says, don't forget to set the clocks. The time is different starting today on this Sunday. Thank you. I know, Wasa. I just feel like I wanted to say something else to you and I missed it. So I wanted to make sure I did acknowledge you. And Bridget says that's too much work, Possessive. That's why I was saying there's probably an app, or somebody could make an app to collect all that information and sell it to you, Bridget. Grumpy Sapper says, I am glad you are an hour closer to me. Am I? Carl says, JJ, if you're watching, contact Tina. Do you know JJ, Carl? Rich says, between time zones and YouTube notifications, sometimes it's not always easy being there for support, but always great to support by watching replays and leaving a comment. Good idea, Rich. Yes. Team Rewatch. Wassa says, nice, mister. I'll send you the address. You can send the royalties to Bud. Grumpy Sapper says, our time zones don't change here. Where are you at, Grumpy Sapper? And Mr. Possessa says, Wassa, got it. Yes, our friend Bridget has a Watch Hours playlist. If anybody wants to run her playlist, help her get some hours. Grumpy Sapper says, hello, buddy. I hope you are well, to Rich. Oh, you're in Dubai. I did not know that. Wow. And Rich says, salute, Grumpy. Grumpy, good to see you. Bridget says, I'm only at 572 hours. It's already way in the afternoon for Grumpy Sapper. 1:30 p.m. Nice. Huh. Oh, Bridget, you know the thing that sucks about your hours is no missiles there. I'm really glad to hear that, Grumpy Sapper. Is that your forte is shorts. And unless you have a short go viral, you're not going to gain any hours based on your shorts. That sucks. Mr. Possessive says, I'm at like 2.3 thousand, I think. I haven't been checking often. You told her to check all the time. I think I struggle too because I like doing shorts better than long form. I really dislike doing long form. But the live streams are where I started. When I started getting really dedicated to doing a live stream, that's where my hours came. Carl says, thanks, Tina. Contact the rest of the moderators about the meeting. All right. I hope Tisha got the hello, Tina. I hope Tina got the message. Mr. Possessive says she's probably seeing the 28-day metric instead of the all-time metric. I think I asked her and she told me what she looked at, and I think it was right. She says, I look at the earn page. Right. Rich says, to thank God, Grumpy, you stay safe. Yes, stay safe. It's a scary world out there right now. Carl says, I have no watch hours. I don't think that's true. I think your channel's very new though, Carl. And if you don't delete your live streams, you would have watch hours. Do you delete your live streams, Carl? Under where it shows my eligibility to apply for partner program. Oops, 576, just updated. Well, great. Yay. Hi, Anthony. Anthony is back. Well, welcome back. Not much has changed here. Jack has stretched out a bit. I'm trying to think if anything has changed. Probably not. You know what I'm noticing, and I have a little bit of an attitude about it. Let's be honest. A lot of people are doing these unhosted live streams with just the quizzes and getting tens of thousands of views. Bridget says, kisses for Jackie Boy. And Anthony says, that is one tired dog today. Compared to the other day, yeah. I'm happy to see it, honestly. The way he was laying yesterday, I don't even want to talk about it. He's doing so much better. So much better, huh, Jackie Poo? You're watching us both at the same time? Oh. Well, that's nice of you, Asa. You don't have to, you know. I don't ever want to take anything away from anybody else. Anthony says, oh, that's never good, Bridget. Mr. Possessive says, I prefer engaging content. My ADHD is too insane to stare at a silent screen. Yeah, I don't get it. And I don't think it'll be allowed for long. I think YouTube will put a stop to it here shortly because they've been very interested in what's being put out, and they want to make it a more engaging place. And those the silent screens that you're talking about, Mr. Possessive, are not engaging. Rich says, I seen a sleep live stream with 189 in chat, just chatting amongst themselves. Was it the girl with the big boobs who does the makeup when she's awake? She always has tons of people in there. And Wasa says, it's all good. I got a laptop and a phone. I do that when I'm listening to Rich. I have my other phone too, like if Yogi's live, so I can keep up with both of them. Mr. Possessive says, hey, Anthony, I'm great. Just getting up and around after a wild night. How are you? Mr. Possessive is in Amsterdam today. And sleep streams are creepy. You know, I just couldn't. I know she doesn't care. She's making money. So what does she care? But it would bother me, all the things people talk about you while you're sleeping. It would just bother. It would be like bad juju being poured on your head. Carl, what? Carl says, I want to go to YouTube jail. No, you don't, Carl. Wasa says he's ending anyway. And Bridget says, I agree. They're definitely creepy. They're interesting. Rich says, yes, I told Ivy about it. What if you pass gas? How you wouldn't know? Mr. Possessive says it's kind of hard for me to sleep sometimes, especially at home, so that chaotic energy would make it worse. Yeah, I just feel something about that too. Anthony says, I'm good. Just about to drink another cup of coffee. It's my deep clean the house day, even though it hasn't been really much disturbed. I'm adding stuff, even though it hasn't really been disturbed much. I've been working like crazy and I clean every day. Anyways, OCD is fun. No, it's not. Bridget says, I have to silence. You have to have silence plus your ceiling fan to sleep. Oh. Grumpy Sapper says, I'm back again. Had to take the dogs out. What kind of dogs do you have, Grumpy Sapper? Wasa says, I can't believe how difficult this is, question mark. Well, how difficult what is? Carl says, I wouldn't be missed by certain people. You know what, Carl? If you wouldn't be missed by certain people, then they don't matter anyways, do they? You would certainly be missed by me. And I'm important. Just ask me, I'll tell you. Bridget says, another reason living alone is best. Oh, no. Wasa says, well, the baby boomers, though. Yes, Wasa. He says, oops, I got mixed up, I think. Wait, yes. I'm just sitting here trying to think if I missed something. That's what happens when you use two devices, doesn't it? Isn't it? I've done that before. Yep. And Rich Martinez at the cave says, Carl, the cave would miss you 100%. Thank you, Carl, for introducing me to the cave. We would definitely miss you, Carl. Don't ever think that you're not important or that you wouldn't be missed, because you would. Rich, do you have a plan on going live today? Do you have a time in mind or not yet? And Rich says, thank you, Carl. Yes, thank you for the introductions. Oops. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Carl says, I'm not introducing you to my new friends. Corrupted says, damn, I passed out having live on. Haha. I'm going to go to sleep, Cat. I'll tap in tomorrow. See you then. And Jack. Bye, Corrupted. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I'm glad you were able to go to sleep. Sweet dreams, my friend. Karen Savoy says 2 weeks on March 31st, 2026. It's my and my twin sister's birthday. We can't. That sounds like fun. Wow. Karen, I feel like Kita B has a sister she's celebrating her birthday with. But I don't think she said twin, did she? Did Kita B say she had a twin sister? Okay. You have a palm chi, a miniature pincher, and a Havapin, which is a Havapin / pennies, a Havanese plus pincher. Wow. How cute. Oh my goodness. Do you have them on your channel? I'll definitely check that out. Karen, March 31st. Karen plus her twin, March 31st. I keep saying I'm going to get a calendar. I really am. Got it, Karen. What did I miss? Pomeranian Chihuahua, miniature pincher. The Havanese pincher sounds really interesting. I'm thinking about the breeds. And Rich at the cave says sometime maybe after 3 p.m. So this afternoon. Okay. Anthony says, I love living alone. Nobody to bother me. Nobody to clean up after. And I can pick whatever candle. Does that say candle? I want. I don't want my house smelling like cinnamon apple all year round. What's wrong with cinnamon apple? Wassa says, Carl, question mark. Mr. Possessed says, Anthony, oh my God, yes. Anthony says, well, Karen, I have a twin sister too. It's great. Oh, nice. I knew that. That Burning Cookie, cute talk. Hi, Burning Cookie. Great name. Rich says, Carl, was that for Cat or it was for me? Trust me, it was all me. Grumpy Sapper says, I did some shorts with them on over Christmas. I definitely need to get over and check it out. Because I told you, Carl says, Cat Rich. Cat has not made his live streams all week. And it was very hard work for Carl to go live streaming 5 days in a row. And Cat did not make it once. And I'm so sorry. I really am. I know how important it is to you. Karen says, do you have any brothers or sisters? I had 4 brothers. There is the link for the shorts. Thank you. Mr. Possessive says, I'm a vanilla candle kind of guy. Boring but warm. Aw. Carl says, Tina went into Chats and Yogi's live. Oh, Cats and Yogi's live. And she was ignored. Oh no. I'm sorry, Tina. Bridget says, I don't like... Carl, do you know you made me snort yesterday? I'm almost wanting to snort again. I don't know what it is. You make me want to snort, Carl. I love you. Bridget says, I don't like burning candles. I like smelling them in the stores. You also have twin aunts, Karen. That's cool. Hi, Megan. Good morning. Good morning, Megan. We are doing good. You're doing good? Nice. Mr. Possessive says, Bridget, I'll honestly just let them sit and be aromatic more than burning, at least in the summer. Yeah, I like sticking them in my drawers. Not on fire, just unburnt candles. Rich says, oh, he was blaming you, Cat. Okay, I'm sorry, Carl. Oh my goodness. Bridget says, oh, gotcha. And Mr. Possessive says, I'm allergic to Bath and Body Works for whatever reason. So I'm a candle snob. You know what I can't stand? Air plugins. The past, since 2020, I cannot stand to be around a plug-in. I hate going to Airbnbs with plugins. I'm like, what are you trying to hide? I unplug them immediately. Mr. Possessive says, I have bath bombs in my sock and underwear drawers for extra fresh scent. Yes. And Bridget says, that's a good idea. Okay. Mr. Possessive says, oh, those plugins are intense. They are. I used to like them, but I got, when I decided to get asthma in 2020, I couldn't deal with any of the smelly stuff. What, Rich? You've never seen Tina? What? I rely on Carl to tell me that I've missed Tina. Rich says, Carl, I've never seen Tina's show. You never seen Tina in the cave? Mr. Possessive, deciding to get asthma is brutal. Right? I truly believe that if there's a message here for me in my body, and that when I finally accept whatever that message is, it'll go away. And my doctor thinks I'm crazy. He just shakes his head very kindly at me and says, I understand, Cat. Here's your medicine. Carl says she's been in the cave 5 times, Rich. You need a notebook, Rich. Megan says Jack's pooped out and tired too. Mr. Possessive says you'll show him. He's, you know, my doctor is a redhead. Can you imagine that? And Jack's vet, she was a redhead, although she's retired now. Look at Jack shaking his leg. He says, yes, we need a new redheaded vet. What's my point? Just that I love him and he gets me. And yes, one day I will show him. One day I'll be healed. I think the time change has pooped Jack out, Megan. Hang on, Rich. Rich says, I've never seen her, Carl. I salute everyone and shout people out. You know how I do my show, but I will double check with Ivy. Mr. Possessive says redheads are rare but so pretty. Have you been in Tennessee? Have you been to the hills of Tennessee? Or maybe Virginia, North Carolina? Tons of redheads. Tons, and beautiful. Some of the most beautiful redheads I've ever seen in my life are in the Appalachian Mountain areas. It's amazing. Carl says she was in the birthday live stream. And her screen name is Martina, right, Carl? Or no? Am I wrong? Mr. Possessive says, I've been both to Tennessee and North Carolina. Beautiful nature, beautiful people. Jeff, hello. Stone rolling baby. Jeff is here. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Jeff has the best cat, the coolest black cat ever. Hello, good morning to you. Mr. Possessive says, also Rich, I'm sud, but haven't had time to pop in yet. I love music though, so I'm definitely down. I was going to ask you that, Jeff. What time? 1:48 a.m. here. So are you going through a time change in 12 minutes? Carl says, Ivy and A-Frame said hello to her, Rich. I'm glad you and Tina are talking again, Carl. I know how upset you were. I know how important she is to you. Rich says, I've been to the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, passing through on the way to Alabama. All beautiful states. Karen says, any plans for today on this Sunday? Drink some green tea with honey and drink plenty of water too. Here in Massachusetts, it's been very cold. 5 below zero. It's very yucky with the weather forecast. Oh my gosh, it's time for spring, my friend. Karen, I hope you get some spring really soon. That's really cold. And Jeff says, oh, damn, yeah, I believe so. Well, the future is near. Yes, you're about to do a time shift. You're going to jump time. Mr. Possessive says, I've been traveling so much since the fallback. I never even changed my bedside clock. So when I get home at the end of March, it'll already be correct. Nice. Wow. Jeff says, Jack's such a lovely Pokemon. He says, he waved to you too. Look at him. He's agreeing with you. What is he doing? Rosie says, what did I miss? You missed nothing. Nothing at all. Carl being upset with Cat. That's what you've missed. And Rich says, Mr. Possessive, good morning. Thank you so much. No worries. And Carl says, no time change here. Hey, listen, Rich, if you ever see Mr. Possessive, I don't know if you could do something with Kesha music, but I like to tell everybody about my famous friend, Mr. Possessive, who's a dancer on tour with Kesha. That's just, if you ever do see him. Carl says, there's no time change here. I said that this morning, Carl, when I was looking for you. I was like, Carl does not have a time change in Ireland, I bet. Corrupted went to sleep, Rosie. Is that what he's doing, Jeff? He's playing the piano in his sleep. Do you play the piano, Jeff? Karen says, yes. I'm hoping the season of spring gets here soon. Me too, my friend. Rosie says, nobody can be upset at Cat. Yes, they can, and they do, and they will continue to be, and it's all going to be okay. Jay, thank you, Mr. Possessive. Rosie says, no, corrupted. He said he would see us tomorrow. JBBZEYYT says, oh my God, that dog is so cute, bro. Thank you, bro. Rich Martinez says, cool, Mr. B. The dog's name. The dog's name is Jack. I had to think about it for a minute. Isn't that funny? Rosie says, no, Jack will get upset if he sees someone upset at you. I don't think so. He'd say that's not real. Carl says, thanks, Allie. I didn't see Allie. Well, Allie, hello. Jeff is Stone Rolling Baby says, sometimes I miss my dog, but Bo was raised by him. Aw. Bridget says, got my clock, stove, and microwave, and my watch changed. The phone's changed automatically. And JBZ says, oh, my dog is massive and sleeps with me on my small twin bed. His name is Diesel. I love that. What kind of dog is Diesel? Diesel is a pit bull or a Rottweiler or a, what other kind of dog would a Diesel be? Saint Bernard, that'd be great. I never, Saint Bernard named Diesel, that would be funny. Mr. Possesses his German Shepherd, maybe. Newfoundland, oh my gosh. Oh, I was thinking boxer. Diesel could be a boxer. And Jeff says Bo only leaves the house to walk around it for like 10 minutes and comes back. He doesn't even check other houses. Aw. Rosie says, be right back. Gonna go to Yogi's. Okay. Is he still alive? Surprising. He already said what'd he say? He's a cane corso. Oh, okay. Wow, that's about right. That is a big bed for a big dog for a twin bed. Joe says, and he's territorial. He fights with other cats. He's a badass. Nice. Rich Martinez says, Mr. Possessive, I'm going to make you a music video and tag you in it. Nice. Bridget says, oh yeah, they're pretty big. I've never met one in person. I'd love to though. And Mr. Possessive says, appreciate you, Rich. That was a little gross. What was gross? The creamer that got all hard on top of my coffee. It was gross. I was using powdered creamer. I'm not used to it. And it was gross. YouTube account 710. Sup, dog? Sup, YouTube account 701. I mean 710. How are you? Good morning. Mr. Possessive says Irish creamer. Rich says Cat and Carl have one for their channels, but have to redo Carl's for his new channel. Nice. Yes. We got some. What do we got? Oh, JBZ says his dog looks scary, but he's a big baby. Bridget says, I'm glad I wasn't eating when I asked. I don't know. What is Irish creamer? Wait a minute. Am I missing something? Mr. Possessive says, that's badass, Rich. Yes. Rich and Ivy are in New York, upstate New York. Essential Irish Queen Bridget says, got to pet the sweetest pit bull when I got off of work yesterday. Nice. Okay, Irish cream like Bailey's. I like that. JBC says, that thing in the corner scared me when I first joined. You know, that's what everybody says about my friends. That's Miss Shroom. She's a dancer. You don't mind her. She's fine. She doesn't mess with anybody. Now, if you ever see Big Deborah around here, run. You should be very scared. But she's gone right now, so we're good. Mr. Possessive says, essential Irish queen. I know, I can't even say it right. Essential Irish cream could be her own liquor brand. Bridget, do you ever drink? Have you ever drank? JBC says, oh, okay. And Bridget's laughing. You have. Mr. Possessive says drinking is fun, fun, fun. I've got to be in the right mood. If I'm depressed, no drinking. Oh no, Carl says they're getting rid of Pepsi in my local shop. Carl, you know how much I love you. I don't care if you tease me. I love you so much. You know, you really do make me miss my brothers. Rich says, Mr. P, I produce over 375 plus music videos for different channels. I'm just trying to be creative and master it. Yes. JBZ says, I need some coffee. It's like 5 a.m. Oh, it's almost 6 here. But yes, 5 a.m. sounds like a good time for coffee. Bridget says, I haven't been drunk since my early 20s. Oh, you have no gallbladder. You're not supposed to anymore. Well, that's smart. Yes. Mr. Possessive says, definitely drinking when happy is best. Self-medicating can be dangerous. Yes. Saunders Spirit says, I hear a broken smoke alarm. Is that at your house? Rosie is back. Was he still alive all that time? Mr. Possessive says, Rich, I love that. The best way to improve is to do, and by spreading love like that is beautiful. Rosie says, yes, he ended the live. Paul, we did not see Paul all day today. So I'm going to make sure I go over there and check on him. Leave a post on his community. Saunders Spirit says, I swear it's at your place. Just wait, I hear it. Saunders Spirits, I can almost promise you it's not at my house. I know, I can absolutely 100% promise you. Because that is one of my pet peeves, is smoke detectors that need batteries and broken alarms. Yes, he was, Rosie says. Well, there's our friend Poet. Jed says, I responded to your comment, Rosie, on my birthday, on my channel. Our friend Poet for You is Jed, and it is his birthday today. Happy birthday, Jed. Wassa says, Rosie, were you at Yogi's? Bridget says, don't make me say what I'm thinking. Carl says, I don't have friends. Carl, that is not true, dear. You have lots of friends right here if you just look around and accept it. Sue's a traitor. A traitor. Oh no. Jed says, yes, we both were, Matt. Rosie says she was going back and forth. And you were there too. He says, no, not me. He already told on himself. He said he had 2 devices. He was going back and forth. Mr. Possessive says, oh my God, Traitors. Has anyone been watching the new season of The Traitors? I didn't even know it. Bridget says, I've never seen that show. Rosie says, LOL, I seen you with my own 2 eyes. Mr. Possessive says, it ended now, but I finished it on the plane. Amazing. Highly recommend. Nice. Chef Mary, good morning, my friend. How are you? Wassa says, Carl, ? Every time. And Rich says, Carl, hang out at the Temple Bar. I bet you'll make friends there. It looks like a nice place. I don't know that place. Rosie says, Wassa, I don't mind going and sending you a screenshot. Uh-oh, Wassa. She gonna call you out. Chef Mary, hello, my friend. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much. Bridget says, how long are you staying live, Cat? Well, I don't know. Not much longer. Maybe. I don't know. I'm awake now, dang it. Carl says, if I'd friends, they'd be there for me. Wassa says, I'm guilty. Me too. I'm guilty. Guilty. Shame, shame, shame. I did watch a few seasons of that movie, or that show. Wassa says, I got narked out. You did. I'm telling you. Wassa's innocent until proven guilty, and be careful because Rosie will prove you guilty. And if Rosie doesn't get you, watch out because Carl will get you. My friend Bridget, Saint Bridget, are you gonna go live or no? Because if you're gonna go live, I'll end and come over and hang out with you. Otherwise, I'm not in a big hurry to do anything. Carl says, I'll get you all now. Why would you get us all, Carl? She says, it's too late now, Cat. Wassa says, I should have pled the fifth. I know better than that. Jeff at Stonewallin' Baby says, recommend me a random artist to listen to. Anybody have any suggestions for Jeff at Stonewallin' Baby? A random artist for him to listen to. Random how? Yeah, just pick a random band. Or Rosie suggests Stone, Triple X, or Eminem. And Mr. Possessive says Jeff. So many came to mind. Carl says, thanks, Laura. Carl. Hey, Carl, I know that we joke with you. But truly, Carl, I love you, I love you, I love you so much. And I'm sorry I can't always be there for you. I know that's super, super important to you. But I'm going to tell you one more time, I love you. Bridget says, Dove Cameron. You know what? Wait a minute. Random. Jeff at Stonewallin' Baby says, I never heard Dove. I'll check that out. Thanks. Bridget says, or Ava Max. And Jed says to Jeff, listen to Violet Lanny or Iris Andy or Sydney Shea. They are all music YouTubers. Wassa says, Carl, please don't get me. Whatever that is, we love you, Carl. Oh, there's our expert music, another music expert here. Rich Martinez says to Jeff Stone, Rollin' Baby, good morning. What kind of music do you like? And Mr. Possessive says Ava is clutch. Vladi says, aw, doggo, hello. Hello, Vladi. Carl says, you don't. Laura and Tina are always there for me. You know what? Let's be real, Carl. Tina's not always there for you. You've gotten into arguments with Tina and she's not been there for you. But you forgive her and you're friends with her still. What's the difference? Jeff at Stonewall and Baby says, I like all kinds of music, mostly psychedelic / progressive rock, but I hear all genres, to be honest. Right. Rosie says, Carl, sometimes we are busy, but we still think about you. Yep. Like this morning, I knew Carl usually gets here later on Sundays because I look for you and I count on you and I love you. And you're a big part of my life, Carl. Mr. Possessive says, oh, snap, you tell him, Cat. Aw. Oh, Bridget says, I'm sorry, Cat. Carl, we're like, well, you know. I think if you get to know Carl, if you hang out in his lives, you understand a little bit better. And like I said, we don't always understand everybody else's love language. And like I said, for Carl, it's showing up. Dot Focus. How do you know? Were you hanging out with Jack? He did have a long night. Hello, Dot Focus. Stonewall and Baby says lumber. Jack. Yes. Slumber Jack. Oh, yes. Wassa says, yep, I can pledge that anytime I'm available and I see you are live, Carl, I always come in. I never just pass by. That was good, Jeff. All right. Oh, Rosie's looking for corrupted. I'm sorry. I think he's done. I think he said he fell asleep. He did fall asleep, and then he woke up and he said good night. Mr. Possessive says, I don't know Carl, but that's my general rule of thumb too. I don't always have free time, but when I do, I'll always show up. I appreciate you. Rich says, cool. To Jeff, listen to some Rush 2112. Oh, 2112. See if it's the right vibe for you this morning. Carl says goodbye. Goodbye, Carl. I hope you have a good day. And you never answer me. So if you go live today, I won't know. Rosie says, I need to sleep. I'll join back once he joins. LOL. We bet on it. Okay. Yes, you do need to sleep. Wassa says, bye, Carl. See you soon, I'm sure. Yes. Carl, I hope you have a great day. I think, let me check my laptop. Envious Tunic says, hey from Mississippi. That thing in the corner is hilarious. Nice. That's Mushroom. She's a dancer. Thank you and good morning. We love Mississippi. Warm. Very warm. Humid. Jeff at Stonewall and Baby says, thanks, Rich. I'm definitely a Rush fan. 2021-12 is a work of art for sure. Nice. And Rich says, Carl, enjoy your day, my friend. Love you too, Rosie. Envious Tunic says, good morning. Definitely humid. Home of the blues. Yes. Wassa says, I still say it's obscene. What is obscene? Rosie says, bye, everyone. Thanks, Kat, for making. I'm glad you were able to laugh today, Rosie. I'm glad. But listen, my friend, don't let that be dependent on a person, okay? Don't let a person be the only thing that makes you laugh. I love you, I love you, I love you, Rosie. Oh, and Jed says, I love you so much, Rosie. And I responded back, get rest. Nope, I said no. Oh, the thing in the lacy panties is obscene. How can a mushroom be obscene? That is obscene. Carl, oh, that's right. Carl did say Instagram lives are good before. He wanted to make sure we come back and say Instagram lives are good. Thank you. I don't have Instagram or Facebook. Rosie says, LOL. It was awesome though. Love you too. And of course, Jack. Sweet dreams, Rosie. You don't have Instagram, Wasa? Me neither. YouTube is it for me. YouTube is my TV, my social media. I was looking to see if his tongue was hanging out. I think it is. He says, stop filming me. Bridget has Instagram. Mr. Possessive says, Instagram lives are still a thing. That's so 2019. Now it's all TikTok and YouTube. Bridget says, he moved. I heard somebody talking about Kick, doing Kick live streams. I was like, is that the old Kick that we all used to use way back in the day? Is that still around? KIK, right? Wasa says, same here. I have a very light Facebook presence. Thank you, Bridget. Bridget says, kisses, Jackie boy. Let's put him back. There we go. Yes, he's very comfy now. This is good. I knew when he started sleeping like this again, things were going to be all right. Mr. Possessive says, Kick. Oh my God, what a fever dream. Kick is different, but full of bigots. Oh, I see. And just somebody was talking about it the other day, about it's easier to get monetized and you get paid better. Carl says, I might walk away from YouTube and I wouldn't be missed. Well, that's not true, Carl. Carl, are you going live today? Mr. Possessive says, and Twitch is cool, but super hard to build on, as Bridget now knows, LOL. They do say you should have some backups. I'm just too lazy. I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket. Make it or break it. Jack either eats for the month or he doesn't. I'm kidding. Jeff, I do not have IG. Mr. Possessive says, I think YouTube is a safe bet. Yes. Even though it's changing. It is changing. Carl says, I would not be missed on YouTube. Carl, you would be. What about Jeff? Do you have IG? I think I got Instagram once so I could contact a tattoo artist. That's the only time I've been on IG. You do. Jeff, what do you do with the majority of your time? As in, what do you do for a living? Or if you don't work, what's your major thing? Besides friends. And you make some really great videos. You tattoo. Okay. Nice. Oh, you have, Jeff, you have the red dog, right? You have Clifford? Was that you that had that tattoo? I work security at a clinic and do accounting on Saturdays. Wow. Yes, ma'am, that was you. I knew that. Jack, are you, oh goodness, Jack, are you okay over there? Instead of Mr. Possessive, Jack looks possessed. Carl says YouTube is under scrutiny in Ireland because it's not enforcing the age restrictions. I know you're big on that, Carl. I don't think they will either because they make money off the young ones. They're going to put up what they have to, but I don't think they're going to be seriously enforcing ages. Wassa says anytime a new opening comes available for smaller creators, YouTube rapidly sets towards putting an end to it. Oh no. I just think people expect to be bigger than I just think people expect too much at once. The people I know who have a lot of viewers, they've been there 10, 11 years. I mean, they've worked at it. Jeff says, but I like to skateboard and play crappy guitar, just anything really. Do you make your own videos? What software are you using to make your shorts? I really like what you put together. It's really fun to watch. Mr. Possesses says, for me, I just enjoy sharing content, and I'm 300 views away from 700,000 in 5 months. Oh, in 5 months. Not bad for just funsies. No, not at all. That's what I started to. I was just doing it for fun. Jeff says, I do make my own videos, and I use an app called Enlight Video Leap. Okay, I'll write that down. You know, I was using a little bit of everything, but you can only use the free versions for so long before they really start to suck. They try to force you into buying a paid version. Enlight Video Leap. Thank you for that. I know you use CapCut and you know how to use it too. Bridget makes some really good shorts with what she does. The movie quotes. She's really, really professional at it. You definitely should be. I definitely think you are in your right genre and you just fit so perfectly doing what you do, Bridget. Mr. Possessive says, Cat, you're really good at AI. That Big Deb video was great but terrifying. That's the first time it would do it with Big Deb. Usually it would not. It recognized her as a copyrighted character, I guess, and it wouldn't do anything. But that one day, thank you. It was a lot of fun. Wassa says, look into it. That's just the path that a system set up the way theirs is will always naturally move towards. Streaming has been an opening for new and smaller creators who didn't really make videos. And you getting drawn into the TV. Thank you. That was, yeah, somebody gave me that idea. Wassa says YouTube's algorithm doesn't like spreading the wealth like that. It deliberately pushes a few leaders forward to narrow the field. Well, they're a business. If you think about it as a business, you are going to invest your money in the things, the product, whatever it is you're selling that makes you the most money. That's where you're going to put your most money. I think it all makes sense, and I think that it just takes some work and maybe some luck. Really, Jeff says it's good seeing your name on my notifications. I've been going. Do you mean you've been going live too recently? Oh my gosh, I will have to look for you. Oh my gosh, I did not know. But I have to be really honest with everybody, Carl included. It's springtime, spring and summer, and Cat likes to be outside. If she can breathe outside and it's sunny, that's where she's going to be. So so Laura is right about Cat. Oh, look at Jack's face. You see what Jack says to you, Carl? He's sticking his tongue out at you. Jeff says, nothing I take serious, just every once in a blue moon. I'm glad you're having fun, though. You can tell your videos and stuff. It's the stuff you like doing, the places you like being. I enjoy your videos. And I would definitely like to catch your live stream. Wassa says, yes, there are multiple reasons, that being the primary. Jeff says, live, yes. Okay. Mr. Possessive says, it's also just totally random. I can have a short with 100 views and one with 10,000 views posted in the same batch. You can't get discouraged. Create just to create. Yeah, exactly. I agree. I used to always, with my kids, like to do skits and stuff when the kids had homework projects. We used to do skits and I would film them and I would, design them and make up ideas. And I did it with my little brothers too. Before videos, there was pictures. And we always told stories with pictures that we would set up. But have you guys noticed there's a new, it's on my iPhone, but not on my Samsung. There's a new vibe check that before you upload a short, they'll check certain areas and they'll tell you what you're doing good and what you could work on. Oh no, Carl says you'll be in the tent soon because the house is getting knocked down. That's what I was concerned about, Carl. I was concerned about the foundation. It might have to be knocked down. You're right. Watts is but. What it leaves out of the equation is the great value brought by that whole ton of new creators having opportunity. Without that, there wouldn't be anywhere close to the same caliber best available for them to choose. I agree, Watson. There's also, there's also a lot of garbage out there. I have to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here comes the bee and cat. There's a lot of garbage out there that YouTube puts up with. And Mr. Possessive says that's so fun. Creativity is key. Yeah, I think that's it. If you're having fun, that should be what you care about. I definitely wouldn't be here for the main sole income. I'm really pleased just feeding Jack with the little bit we make. And look what I get out of it. I've met so many wonderful people. Wassa says yes, but you need that array. That's the only way to push for excellence. Carl says YouTube is for sale. Is it really? I did not know that. I did not see any notices. I didn't see the big head honcho. What's his name on YouTube? I didn't see any notices. Mr. Possessive says, I've had friends try to do content solely and have to go back to work. It's heartbreaking. It's best as a hobby and supplemental income. Yeah, that breaks my heart because, for a few years there, I was watching people and I was like, yes, go, go, go. I was really rooting for them because, if they're doing it, that shows me something that possibly I could do. And to see them have to go back to work is heartbreaking. Carl says it's owned by a British lady. Really? Huh. Wassa says, for sale? Interesting. Where did you read or hear that, Carl? Sometimes Carl says something and I don't believe him, but then I look it up and he's right. So I don't ever really doubt. Well, I will be careful what I say. Wassa says, I want to know the price. If you have to ask, you can't afford it. Ha 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 ha. Squirrel Sniper says, grandest of rising. Hello, Squirrel Sniper. How are you? Did you, what happened on your live stream yesterday? Did you purposely end or we were just hanging in there for a while? Bridget says, my favorite creators have social media as their job solely. That's a dream, right? I mean, it's not impossible, but I think, yep. Mr. Possessive says, Bridget, it worked out for them, and that's great. Wassa says, no, it's not disbelief. I want to know the price. Oh, Carl says they. They were talking about it on another live stream, but who are they? Wassa says, why would he lie? I wouldn't expect that. All right, Wasa. Squirrel Sniper says it was only for 30 minutes. Okay. I must have caught you right on the tail end. Bridget says, I'll keep my main job though. I couldn't do all the traveling and stuff. Mr. Possessive says, I don't know if I'd even want that. I like what I do too much to just create. I prefer living experience and sharing the videos afterwards. Two birds, one stone. Exactly. Well, let's look it up. Is YouTube for sale? What did I just see? Somebody gave me some love. Fox, the cutest dog in the West, hearts you. All right. Squirrel Sniper says, what did you hear? Did you understand anything? I understood that it was no. But I came in on the end. Magnetic North Adventures is, if anybody knows our friend Lee at Magnetic North Adventures, I believe he went live. Mr. Possessive says, Cat, you should tell us about new Pepsi product releases for content. Ugh. You know, I should, but do you think they tell us anything? No. Oh, Wasa says, I'll have to search for it. Yes, that's okay. I gotta know. Carl says, I deleted a video yesterday. How come, Carl? Wasa, why would I think Carl might not be telling the whole truth? Because Carl pours Pepsi down the drain all the time. That is exactly why. Mr. Possessive says, I love the new sodas and adding vodka to them. I'm no longer a salesperson, so they don't show me all the new drinks. And being in Tennessee, we don't always get all the new drinks, or we get a very limited supply. Did I miss something? Wasa says, hiya, Sniper. Why are you laughing so hard? He's probably laughing at me not understanding something. I'm sorry. Mr. Possessive says, damn. Carl says, Pepsi is finished here. Oh, exactly, Wasa. It'd be very expensive to keep buying these sodas and pouring them down the drain. Mountain Dew is Pepsi. Tennessee is the home of Mountain Dew. Lee says, hi, Lee, Angel Eyes. I like Shasta Lemon Lime more than Sprite. What is Shasta? Who makes that? It reminds me of Mount Shasta. Mr. Possessive says, I'm addicted to Baja Blast, to be honest. What did you think about all the Baja Blast variations they come out with every summer? Wasa says, well, it's certainly fitting. It is certainly fitting. I will not disagree. But could get extremely expensive. That's why sometimes I don't always believe everything I hear. Carl says, I can see Coca-Cola buying Pepsi outright. Wasa says, for Poopsie. I like Baja Blast too. Mr. Possessive says, I've only tried a few. If they drop a zero sugar, but I love the new red citrus one, whatever it is called. Delicious. I'll have to look at it. I also love the new Voodoo. I haven't been to work since January 18th. I don't know what we've got out right now. Lee says Shasta is a beverage company with cheap knockoffs, but some flavors are pretty good. Wassa says they're all bad for humans. I agree. Oh, there you go, the trolley one. She's asking Mr. Possessed. She being Bridget. All right, we are at 3 hours and 31 minutes and 31 seconds. So I think at 3:33, we will end the live stream. Carl says, I'm out of here to moderators and Team Carl meeting. Well, I hope it's a great meeting, Carl. Mr. Possesses says Trolley was good, Bridget, but there's another red one, Citrus something. It's a Baja Blast variant. I remember it, but I can't think of the name. All right, Carl did not say he's going live today, so I will keep a light eye out for him. Yep, okay, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, this will give me time to say. Jack's got his tongue hanging out his mouth because he's funny. He's a funny boy. He's passed out. He says, let's go back to sleep. Look at that face. Oh my goodness. Mr. Possessive says, have a great one, everyone. And Lee Angel Eyes says, see you tomorrow. Sleep, dog. See you, Lee Angel Eyes. It's 4:34 where Bridget is. Huh. Very good. All right, here we are. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. We got threes all the way around. I love you. I love you. I love you. Jack, the freaky dog with the tongue hanging out his mouth, he loves you too. And I hope you guys have a great day, wherever you are. And I will see you around, and I'll be here again tomorrow. I love you too, Bridget. Bye, guys.